Hello, my name is Mark Ferry. I'm an attorney at law. Are you here to take a closer look at my everyday duties? Well, you should have seen my last case. Remember this poor woman found dead in her bathtub? That was intense. I'm sorry, that wasn't very sensitive of me. Still, the case was huge and got on the media too. Heard about that? Yes? No? My point is, we're in the middle of a slow season. At least I am. Like there aren't any crimes during summer. What nonsense. But first, I'd like to introduce our extremely reliable, irreplaceable secretary, Miss Podnick. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ferry. There was a phone call from the court. They wanted to talk with you.
A phone call from the court? Did they state their business?
Yes, they requested you take a case as a public defender.
A public defender? What did you tell them?
I was confused a bit and told them that you are a private attorney, but they claimed that you're on the list.
Well, I guess I am.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
Well, it was a long time ago. I tried public defense after completing my degree. You know, wanted to do something for the community, for people economically underprivileged.
But you haven't taken any case as a public defender since I started working here, have you?
That's true. I took some of these cases at the beginning of my career. At some point, I ended up here in my dad's office. So, when they were calling me from the court, I turned them down once, then for the second time.
I understand.
I thought I'd sent my resignation. Well, seems I'm still on it.
I told the court that you'd give the answer as soon as possible. Shall I make a call and tell them about your refusal?
No, tell them I accept.
I'm sorry.
I'm serious. I thought I'd have a lot of work after the red bathtub case. I was wrong. I need to occupy myself with another case.
I understand. But maybe you'd like me to at least check what this case is about?
Please do. I can take any case now.
Of course. I'll let the court know about your decision and ask for more details then.
Excellent. I'll be around.
I'm calling back on behalf of Mr. Mark Ferry. Yes, he agreed to represent the client. Yes, I'll wait. Yes, I'm here. Do you have our fax number? Of course. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye. Mr. Ferry, could you come here, please? Mr. Ferry, could you come here, please? I talked to the court. Here are the documents. Please check the mutual release. One of the pages is the letter of acceptance. You need to sign it, and then I'll fax it back. Or you can send it from your office if you prefer.
No need to wait. Thank you, Mrs. Potnick. I'll pick it up on my way out. Okay, what do we have here? African American, married. He's still in the detention center because he didn't bail himself out. And what are you charged with, Mr. Williams? Participation in an organized criminal group? What have I gotten myself into? The previous public attorney has passed away, so the court urgently needed another lawyer. I found Raylan Jackson. Ruthless and ambitious. Won't be easy with this guy. I should call the DA's office to schedule the meeting. Hello, this is Mark Ferry. I'm calling from the Ferry and Sonnenberg office. I'd like to make an appointment with Mr. Raylan Jackson. I want to speak with Mr. Jackson about the case DS35789 and to receive an access to gathered evidence and other case-related information. I'm representing the defendant.
Mr. Ferry,
I'm here.
thank you for your patience. The prosecutor will meet you today. He's available from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please come anytime. And please take any document which confirms your identity to court.
Thank you very much. I'll be there. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hello, this is Mark Ferry. I'm the public defender for Mr. Owen Williams. He's kept in custody awaiting the trial. I'd like to visit him.
Mr. Williams. Yes, we have him in the register. And are you his attorney?
Yes, public defender.
I have a different name here. Mr. Percy Morgan. But that's not you, right?
Yes, that was the previous attorney, but he passed away. Maybe the court hasn't passed you the information yet.
When did you get the nomination?
Maybe a half hour ago?
Hold on. Maybe we got a fax from the court, but we haven't updated our registers yet. Hello?
Yes?
There is a fax from the court. It seems your information is correct. We'll make the necessary changes in the documentation.
So, when can I meet my client?
Today, we're accepting guests between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m.
I'll be there. Thanks. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Can you feel the fire burn within? Can you feel the fire burning in? I know it's breaking through. 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 So come close, don't let go. Come closer, babe, you'll never know why I love you so. My heart is catching fire. I just feel so fine with this fire, this fire, this fire, this fire. The fire is burning inside me. It's burning. My heart is catching fire.
Miss Podnick,
Just feel
I'm
so
leaving.
fine
I need my
with
letter of
this
acceptance back.
fire, this fire, this fire, this fire.
Of course. Good luck with your case, Mr. Ferry.
Thanks. I'll see you later.
Can you feel the fire burn within? Can you feel the fire burning in? I
hectic as usual, no matter if it's summer holiday or any other
It's
season.
catching fire. I just feel so fine with this fire, this fire,
Excuse me, sir.
this fire.
I have to see your pass, please. I can't let you through before I see the pass, sir. Thank you.
I pray for my homies out there. Please God, give them strength. Please God.
With you, I can be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly up through the dreams where the skies are so clear. With you, I wanna stay with you. With you, I love the way that you love me today. Let's run up through the fields where the sun shines and heals. With you, I wanna stay with you. It's been so cold since you have been gone. Like I was told, you're the only one.
Sir. Thank you.
It's been so cold since you have been gone. Like I was told, you're the only one. I can't be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly up to the dreams where the skies
Come in.
are so clear.
Good day, Mr. Jackson.
Ah, Mr. Ferry, welcome. I was a bit surprised that you still take cases as a public defense attorney.
I needed a change.
Really? So now you decided to help a drug dealer and a gangster? I guess you know how it'll probably end, aren't you? And for what? The difference between a public defender's and a private attorney's salaries is beyond comparison. So my question is, why bother?
As I said,
Sounds mysterious. Have you talked to your client yet?
no, not yet.
I'm flattered. You did well visiting me in the first place. There's one thing I'd like to discuss with you, but before that, let's go to the evidence room.
I have some questions.
I have something to talk over with you, too. But
All right. The evidence room's around here. It's the one with the windowed wall.
this is it. Drugs, pictures taken at the spot, statements and a police report. The last one won't be introduced in the court.
Because of hearsay? So the man who arrested my client will testify in the court?
That's correct.
There isn't really a lot.
Indeed. Your client was caught during a police operation to take down. Do you want me to briefly explain the situation?
Yes, please.
Right. Mr. Williams is in his mid-20s. He has a wife and a small kid. He works as an independent taxi driver and a courier.
Independent. Is he self-employed?
Yes, a friendly guy from the neighborhood who can drive you anywhere you want or deliver things directly and faster than UPD, Del-X, or other postal service.
So how did he get himself into, as you claim, criminal activities presented in...
2 months ago, Owen was hired by Robin Smith, also known as RS, one of the leaders of the Southside Snakes, a drug-dealing gang working in the defendant was asked to deliver a certain package, and he agreed to it. They met in the tenement house where Robin resided. The whole block had already been under surveillance back then, and the police waited for any good occasion to enter. When your client left the area with the package, the assault group entered the building and secured a significant quantity of drugs. Meanwhile, Mr. Williams was followed by Detective Roberts. He wanted to find out who was going to be the recipient of the package. Unfortunately, Mr. Williams was stopped on his way by a police patrol, presumably for running a red light. Fearing that the intervention would scare Williams away, Roberts decided to cancel the action and arrest the defendant on the spot. Of course, a package filled with narcotics was found in the passenger seat.
Did he resist?
As far as I know, he didn't. And of course he played dumb, that he didn't know what was in the package, nor he knew he was doing errands for a gang.
Maybe he really didn't know.
Oh, please. He's either really stupid or a good actor. Do you think the jury will buy this story?
We'll see. Can I work with...
Feel free. I'll be in my office.
So that was the statement presented by my client in the presence of the previous attorney. That's the police report written by the officer who detained Williams. Let's take a look. officer admitted that Owen Williams didn't resist during the search of the car and started to get nervous when drugs were discovered. That's one piece of evidence. It seems the packaged cocaine was transported in this bag. This package with a significant amount of cocaine some of the client behind bars for quite a long time. Somebody's opened the package. Is it Mr. Williams? Maybe it was damaged. Should find the answers to the picture.
Mark Ferry. Did you learn everything?
Seems so, but I still have some questions before I go to my client and listen to his.
Of course you do. Before you ask your questions and go, there's one more thing.
And
Look, we are rivals at the court, but the courtroom is not a place for a cockfight. I'm there to fight for justice, and I don't want to play tug of war. You know what I mean?
you're offering a plea bargain.
That's correct.
I'm a little surprised that early.
It's not early at all. You're not his first attorney. The death of Mr. Morrigan slowed the whole procedure. I'm just...
All right, then. You have my attention.
I can be sad
foolish
with
mistake.
you.
There's no doubt about it.
Just take my hand and fly up through the dreams where the
I disagree.
skies are
Please
so
continue.
clear.
And because of that foolishness, I don't think he's part of the game.
I
He's
wanna
a small
stay
fry.
with
A
you.
triumph is a waste of time, and I'd rather avoid spending our resources in this case. We have bigger fish.
I
One
love
of the
the
leaders
way
and a
that
few
you
real-time gangsters. I want to focus
love
on
me
them.
today.
So, drop the charges then. Why bother?
The clouds where the sun shines and heals.
It's not that simple. Drug possession is a serious felony. We're at war against narcotics as a society. Remember?
But he didn't even know what he was
It's
transporting.
been so cold since you have been gone.
Do you think the jury is going to believe it?
Like I was told, you
That depends. Maybe this gangster could testify that Williams didn't know about the contents of the bag.
Please, be sensible. You have no idea what this guy's capable of. Maybe he'd help you, or maybe he'd choose to incriminate him too. There's no need. We can end this without going to the court.
So what are you proposing?
it's
You'll
been
drop
so
the charges,
cold
being part of a criminal organization
since
and drug
you
distribution.
have been
As for
gone.
drug possession, they'll get 1 year in prison.
Like
Includes
I
time he's
was
already served in the detention center. Or they get $3,000 fine. That's all I can guarantee without chopping my head off.
I can't be sad with you. Just
Thank you.
take my hand
Your offer looks
and
really
fly
generous.
up through
Pass it to my
the
crew.
Of course.
where the
You said you have some additional.
skies are so clear.
Williams had another lawyer.
With
He
you,
passed away.
What happened?
I wanna
Cancer.
stay
Why?
with you. I wanna stay with you.
I was wondering if his death was somehow
I
connected.
wanna stay with you.
I didn't know you were a fan of conspiracy theories. Mr. Morgan, God bless his soul, was a venerable man who struggled with his health problems for a long time. He thought he can take one.
Thanks for illuminating. Can you tell me more about this gang which...
The South Side Snakes. Mostly street thugs pushing drugs and extorting small local businesses. Leeches.
If they're small fish, then how did they get so much coke?
Obviously, we have a much bigger player who's a supplier and has access to drug production means. Taking this gang down was the first step in our ongoing investigation. We hope the leaders will spill the beans.
Anything else?
Your client had contact with one of the leaders, Robin Smith, and his henchmen. They're the guys who gave your bird cocaine to deliver to another key person, Jack Taylor. But Owen Williams never got to his place because he'd been arrested.
Those guys seem to be my key witness.
Maybe, but all of them were killed during the police.
What? All of them?
We wanted to capture them alive, but they refused to lay down their weapons. Only Jack Taylor survived, and right now, he's our key witness in the case, who can lead us to their employers.
So, maybe this guy knows about Williams.
Do you even listen to me? He's our key witness in a much bigger case, Ferry. Don't drag him to the court. You'll endanger both him and the investigation.
I can do you a favor and leave him out of court, but I need his testimony, even if it's written.
Oh, is that all?
Can you tell me more about the circumstances of...
Everything's in the report.
That's not really helpful.
Because I don't really have anything more to add. guy had a tail since he'd left Smith's house with the package. Then the police stopped Williams for some petty reason, and Detective Roberts intervened. Jackson didn't resist, but he became anxious when they discovered the cocaine. No surprise.
Anxious? Maybe
It doesn't matter really.
it could matter if he really didn't know about the drug.
He could fake his reaction. Let's leave that subject. Do you have any more questions?
Good day.
Good day, sir.
Yes, I'd like
First and last name,
Owen Williams.
may I see your ID? Mr. Fair. Ah, yes. We got the notification from the court about the changes in Mr. Williams' legal representation.
Perfect.
Please wait, sir.
Right.
Mr. Ferry,
That's me.
please follow me.
That man over there must be Owen Williams.
Take your time, sir.
Good day, Mr. Williams. I'm Mark Ferry from Ferry & Son. How do you do?
Hi. I'm all right, I guess. Who are you?
I'm your new lawyer, Mr. Williams. Didn't you get the note?
No, I didn't. Where's Mr. Parker? I haven't heard from him for quite a while.
All I know is he passed away. I don't know the details, but I can ask somebody.
Yes. Somebody will do it. I've already been here for 2 weeks.
You don't have to worry about the procedures. There'll be no further delays. You have my word on that. I have access to all the evidence, and I'm in contact with the prosecutor.
All right. I guess I'm
Mr. Williams, I'd like you to tell me more.
all right. What would you like to know?
What's your occupation?
I'm a freelance taxi driver
An independent taxi driver career? Is it difficult to compete with the organized taxi corp?
It isn't, because in fact, I often work for them as a contractor. I have my own car, so I don't have to rely on the company's vehicles.
I see. And who are they? Were they those people whom you worked for the last time?
God, no. I didn't have a clue they were gangsters. I have my ad in the phone book, so I pick up some calls for different requests. Sometimes people in the neighborhood hire me beforehand for an exact date because they have some things to settle and need a driver. But of course, for most of the time,
Have you got a list of your regular clients?
sure, my wife can provide you with that. Mostly, there are normal people in the neighborhood.
Your wife, you say. Can you tell me about your family?
Yeah, I'm married to Susan. We have a small kid, Greg. I love that little rascal so much. We live in the South Side, so the neighborhood isn't the most representative. There are many good and honest people living there. My parents are still alive. They run a grocery store. And
What about your parents-in-law?
what about them?
Are you on good terms with them?
I guess so. But Mr. Richard is quite strict because he served in the army. Miss Rose, on the other hand,
Thank you, Mr. Williams.
so what do you need from me?
I've read your testimony at the DA's office, but I'd like you to tell me about the events from that day. Don't skip any details, even if you decided to leave them out with your previous attorney. I need to know everything.
We didn't skip anything.
Mr. Williams, I want you to tell me about the events from that.
Haven't you read my testimony?
I haven't been to the DA's office yet. I wanted to meet you first. Would you mind telling me your story like you did to Mr. Morgan? Besides, you could omit some...
Hey,
Mr. Williams, I need you to trust me.
it's like I said to you. In the morning of that day, before I went out, I had gotten a call from a guy who wanted a delivery package from one guy to him. He said it was quite urgent to go there and get it. He even added the deluxe. That courier company didn't want to meet his request and send somebody there as soon as possible.
Wasn't this a bit odd for you? Deluxe does that kind of service. I make similar requests from time.
Honestly, I didn't care about that. I have a family. I need to bring home the bacon. Collecting people is something.
Was this the first time that he contacted you? Did you work for him?
That was the first time. The guy's from the north side. At least the address where I was supposed to take the parcel was in that part of the city. Rarely anybody out of my neighborhood calls me to use my service.
All right, let's get back to the day of the...
Okay, so I drove to the given address and I met this Robin fellow. He was from the south side like me. He waited for me in an apartment block, not in the best area of the south side. But you know, poor people don't mean gangsters immediately. You know?
Yes, I do.
So, I met him. There were two other men there too, but they didn't talk to me at all. I felt quite weird, like I didn't belong.
And you still accepted the contract?
As I said, man's gotta do. I didn't want to turn down that guy's offer to damage my reputation. Besides, those men were quite good. That Robin guy gave me a double back and asked me to deliver to him as soon as possible. That's it.
What happened next?
So after I hit the north side, I was stopped by the police. I thought they was being stayed because of my black skin. It's obviously people of color don't belong to the rich white city.
And then they arrested you?
Not immediately. I pulled over and the police officer irregularly asked me for my driver's license and vehicle registration. I thought, damn, I'm gonna get a ticket. Then another car came. A civilian, the driver, or a truck came over and he showed his badge and introduced himself as Detective Rogers from the TC.
Where was it?
On the passenger seat. I didn't know what was going on, so I opened it and there was a package wrapped in plastic foil. That detective cut the foil with his knife. There was quite a lot of white powder inside. I quickly realized what it was and I freaked out.
Did you fight?
I was extremely upset and scared. Somebody could say I was aggressive, but they were just emotions. I didn't attack or hurt anybody.
Okay.
So,
Let's talk about your previous attorney. What did he suggest? What kind of strategy did you undertake?
He told me it would be rather difficult to prove I had a serious connection with the gang members that found the evidence. However, I could have a hard time proving these characters.
Mr. Morgan was right. The jury and the judge usually don't buy the I didn't know argument. I don't say it's impossible, but there has to be more than your word to prove you clearly couldn't possibly know about the contents of the parcel. And let's be honest, we might be living in a free country, but it's still defiled with systematic racism. Many individuals tend to believe that black people are indeed involved in drug-related crimes quite frequently. The incarceration rate of them is 7 times higher than the incarceration rate for the whites.
I understand. That's why Mr. Morgan suggested we should.
It's very wise. If the prosecution dropped the most serious charges, you could get out of prison relatively soon. Or maybe not go at all, but pay a larger fine. To be honest, Williams, I've already talked with the prosecutor. He asked me to The prosecution promised to drop the charges of being a part of a criminal organization and even drug distribution. But they can't turn a blind eye on possession. You would serve a sentence for 1 year, including time already served. That would be around 9 months if I'm correct. Or you can pay a $3,000 fine.
I know it's breaking through. I know it's breaking through. I know it's breaking through. So come close, don't let go. Come closer, babe, you'll never know why. I don't have that kind of money, but I think my doors are waiting. My heart is catching fire.
We can do better than that. The prosecution wants to close the case as soon as possible. They don't want to spend more resources. I'm not saying it will be easy, but if the jury finds you not guilty, you'll not only come back home immediately, but also receive compensation for the time served here, which is worth all of the bail money. This is your decision, Mr. Williams.
All right, Mr. Perry. I trust you. Please pass the information to the prosecution. I'll sign the proper papers too.
Thank you.
So, what do you need?
Let's talk about the parcel, which is the reason you're here. Did you know the bag contained drugs? Was the bag your possession itself? And you didn't want to take a peek inside?
Why would I didn't do any practice to it isn't really professional to spite. All I can do about the transfer.
Based on your meeting with Robin and his associates, weren't you suspicious about the package?
Normally, I would, but I drove many people, which could be suspicious in the first place.
All right, so to sum up, you had no idea about the contents of the bag. Nobody told you, nor did you open it and look inside.
I actually opened.
How come?
The detective forced me to open it when they stopped me. He pointed a gun at me and yelled something like, "Open."
Noted.
So, what do you need from me?
I got back from the DA's office.
All right.
The prosecution promised to drop the charges of being...
Wow.
We can do better than that.
I don't know, sir.
This is your decision.
All right, mister.
Thank you.
So, what do you need?
You told me already, but I must ask again. Have you ever met any of those guys from the gang? Taylor, Robin Smith, maybe one of his associates?
No, I haven't. That was the first time I met them. I was never interested in life. I wanted to live normally and have a fair, honest job.
I bet you do. Thank you, Mr. Williams. If you happen to remember any other details about these men which might help, let me know. We can't allow the prosecution to use them against you, if there are any.
Right. So, what do you need from me?
That'll be all for now. Thank you, Mr. Williams, for your time.
Of course. Thank you, Mr. Perry, for helping me.
Department 2 of the Superior Court is now in session. Judge Theodore Robinson presiding. Please be seated.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The court is now in session.
With
Calling the case of the people of the state versus Mr. Owen Williams. Are both sides ready?
Ready for the people, Your Honor.
just take my
Ready for the defense, Your Honor.
Will the bailiff please swear in the jury?
where the skies
The
are
jury, please stand and raise your right hand. Do each of you swear that you will fairly try the evidence before this court, and that you will return a true verdict according to the evidence and the instructions of the court? So help you God. Please say I do.
I do.
You may be seated.
We'll now hear the opening statement from the prosecution.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you're here to decide the fate of the defendant who has been charged with the crime of possessing over 2 pounds of cocaine for dealing and distribution purposes, as well as taking part in organized crime. The defendant has been caught red-handed by the police during a secret operation to crack down the gang. He met the gang members and picked up the bag with drugs and tried to deliver it to another criminal, Mr. Jack Taylor, one of the leaders of the gang. The defendant then was stopped by the police patrol for running the lights, but he was also followed by Detective Andrew Roberts for the whole time. He's the one who decided to enter the scene and arrest the suspect. The police indeed found a bag containing the drugs, which was the direct purpose of arresting on the spot. The evidence and testimonies I present will prove to you that the defendant is guilty as charged.
Thank you, counsel. Let's hear the defense's opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, under the law, my client is presumed innocent until proven guilty. You've already heard serious accusations against my client, Mr. Owen Williams. You can understand that Mr. Williams is a crook working for a criminal organization. The fact is, he's a humble taxi driver and courier. That day, he was just doing his regular job and got a call from one of his many clients to deliver a package. Fortunately, it turned out that his employer was a member of a gang. What's more, the police planned that day to end the criminal activity of that group. Mr. Williams was extremely unlucky. He didn't know who he was working for, nor did he know the contents of the package. During this trial, you'll hear no real evidence against my client to prove charges of that caliber. My client is not guilty, and I'll prove it.
Prosecution may call its first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution calls Detective Andrew Roberts from TCPD, Gang and Narcotics Division.
Name and surname.
Andrew Roberts.
Please raise your hand and repeat after me. I, Andrew Roberts,
I, Andrew Roberts, do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give to the court in this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I've been here many times. I remember the oath by heart.
Detective Andrew Roberts, I remind you that you are under court and there are procedures. Please treat the officials with respect and speak when you are asked to. Is that clear?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Yes, Mr. Detective. Hot here. He's flexible.
Mr. Roberts, please state your profession.
I'm a detective in TCPD, Gangs and Narcotics Division.
How are you related to the case?
I was the one who arrested Mr. Williams.
Why did you arrest the defendant?
He was transporting a bag of cocaine,
How much?
around 2 pounds,
What's the street value of that amount?
over $185,000.
Could the defendant operate that much drugs on his own or on behalf of a criminal organization?
All right, time to step in and spoil the party. Objection, Your Honor. The question not only calls for speculation, but is also leading.
Sustained. Please stick to the rules of evidence, counsel.
how did you know he was transporting the drugs?
To be honest, I wasn't sure.
Please explain.
Mr. Williams happened to appear in the area under surveillance. You see, we were in the middle of an operation to crack down a drug gang called Southside Snakes. We were observing two houses belonging to the two key figures, Robin Smith and Jack Taylor. The two houses are located in two different parts of the city, so there were two surveilling teams observing suspects at the same time.
And the defendant?
He approached Robin Smith's house, located in Southside. It was morning. Mr. Williams came there by car. He entered the building and left it after a few minutes. He was holding a bag. He got into a car and drove away.
Who did he talk inside the house to?
I don't know, but we knew there were at least 3 people there, all related to the gang, including Robin Smith himself.
What happened next?
I was asked by Commanding Officer, Commissioner Francis Wright, to follow the man because he was probably going to another suspect, Mr. Taylor. In the meantime, the first squad in Southside decided to enter to neutralize suspects.
You arrested the defendant before he reached the destination. Why?
He ran the traffic lights, and the local patrol stopped him. I was worried that they would scare him away, so I decided to step in.
A patrol? How big?
2 police officers.
Did you arrest the defendant on the spot?
No, I asked him to open the bag first, the one he took from Smith's.
What was the defendant's behavior?
Oh, he was agitated. Like he knew what was coming up.
That's a fucking lie. I got this.
With you, I can be sad with you.
Objection, Your Honor. The witness is speculating.
Sustained. The court will remove the part which suggests the reason why the defendant was acting as described. Please continue, counsel.
I wanna stay with you. With you, I love the way that you love me today. Let's run up through the fields where the sun shines and heals. With you, I wanna stay with you. It's been so cold
Detective Roberts,
since you
where was the
have
bag?
been gone. Like I
In the front passenger seat, but one of the officers claimed the defendant wanted to hide it behind it.
Objection! Hearsay!
What hearsay? It's in the officer's written testimony.
Mr. Roberts, you can only speak for yourself. The objection is sustained. Please continue, Mr. Jackson.
What was inside the bag?
Cocaine.
Objection, Your Honor. This goes nowhere.
Overruled.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have no further questions. I would like to submit pieces of evidence from number 1 to number 5. The duffel bag, bag of cocaine, the pictures taken on the spot after arresting the defendant, and the complete list of other police officers' statements from the patrol which were witnesses of the arrest. The list covers statements of 2 police officers who were at the time of arrest and 4 other detectives who claimed they saw the defendants entering Robin Smith's house and then leaving with presenting evidence.
Thank you, counsel. Would the defense object to any pieces of evidence?
No, Your Honor.
I wanna stay with you. I wanna stay with you. I wanna
Does the
stay
defense wish to ask any questions to the witness?
No, Your Honor.